You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing, and everyone's excited to be here.
Remember when Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter thought they could bully Caitlin Clark without consequences, when defenders could target the rookie with cheap shots while refs looked the other way? That era just came to a spectacular end.
She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Sophie Cunningham just stepped into Fever training camp with a message so powerful, it's sending shockwaves through the WNBA. The veteran sharpshooter with a Taekwondo black belt isn't just joining the team, she's now the enforcer for the league's most targeted star. In this video, we break down Sophie's training camp play and interviews, and why she's becoming the secret weapon of the Indiana Fever against all the bully. If you're excited, then comment CC and Sophie down below. Let's go.
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type players.
Remember when Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA as the most hyped player ever? The excitement quickly turned into something else entirely. As games unfolded, a disturbing pattern emerged that left fans and analysts stunned by what they were witnessing. The numbers tell a story that can't be ignored. A shocking 17% of all flagrant fouls in the entire WNBA last season were committed against just one player, Caitlin Clark. Think about that for a second. One rookie in a league of elite athletes somehow became the target for nearly 1/5 of the most dangerous fouls in the game. This wasn't coincidence, it was calculated.
There's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
Game after game, the pattern became impossible to deny. Opponents weren't just playing physical basketball. They were specifically targeting Clark with punishing screens, excessive body contact, and plays that crossed the line from competitive to dangerous. What should have been a celebration of remarkable talent turned into a nightly gauntlet of punishment. The worst offenders quickly became obvious to anyone watching. Angel Reese established herself as Clark's most visible antagonist, combining relentless physical play with constant trash talk designed to throw the rookie off her game. But perhaps the most blatant moment came courtesy of Kennedy Carter, whose shoulder check during a fast break instantly went viral across social media platforms. These weren't just basketball plays, they were statements. What made matters worse was the officials consistently failed to provide adequate protection. Refs repeatedly swallowed their whistles on plays that would have earned immediate calls for other players. This left Clark navigating through a physical minefield while simultaneously trying to quarterback a young Fever team with limited experience around her.
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Through it all, Clark showed remarkable composure, despite enduring treatment that would have sent many veterans into public complaints. She never once used media availability to criticize officials or opponents. Instead, she put her head down and played through the contact, embodying a level of professionalism that belied her rookie status. But the toll was visible in her performance, her body language, and most importantly, in her ability to play her natural game. The Fever front office weren't blind to what was happening as they watched their franchise cornerstone absorb punishment. Night after night, they reached a decisive conclusion: this treatment would not continue into Clark's sophomore season. Their response wasn't just about adding talent, it was a calculated decision to construct a roster specifically engineered to protect their star.
He needs an enforcer, and if it ain't gonna be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
This wasn't simply about winning more games. It was about sending a message to the entire league that targeting Caitlin Clark would now come with immediate consequences. The Fever weren't just building a team, they were creating a fortress around their most valuable asset. But the burning question remained, who would lead this new protective mentality on the court? The Fever needed someone with the perfect combination of skill, experience, and the willingness to enforce boundaries. They found Their answer in a 6'1" dynamo with a black belt in Taekwondo and a reputation for never backing down from confrontation.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
Enter Sophie Cunningham, a player whose reputation preceded her, but whose true mission in Indiana wasn't fully understood until she grabbed the microphone at training camp. Behind her career 378% three-point shooting lies something far more valuable to the Fever, a warrior's mentality, and a message that made waves across the league.
That's what they were doing in the offseason. They were trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win, and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets, you're just trying to be a sponge, you're trying to learn, you're trying to be good now, but at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best when it's preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, is so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time, and that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, that everybody wants to learn, and so everyone's dialed in.
As Cunningham walked into her first Fever media session, reporters expected the usual pleasantries about new beginnings and team goals. Instead, they got 6 words that reverberated throughout the basketball world. I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players that stops now. In an era where most athletes stick to carefully crafted PR statements, Cunningham's blunt declaration felt like a thunderclap.
I think that everyone knows that we have something special here. I think a lot of teams have a lot of teams that are special, a lot of rosters that are special, but can you put it together? Can you put aside your agendas? Can you come into work every single day when you're tired, when you're sore, and still get something done and stack the days? And that's what we're doing. Today was tough, you know what I mean? Like, we've been going for a long time. They haven't been, this is not an easy training camp, I'll tell you that, but I think we're going to be better for it. And I think if you ask anyone, everyone kind of just feels that nice energy.
What makes her particularly suited for this protective role isn't just her physical presence on the court. Her background showcases a foundation of discipline and physical prowess that translates directly to her playing style. Throughout her WNBA career, Cunningham has built a reputation as someone who never shies away from confrontation, making her the perfect shield for a team needing to establish boundaries.
On year 7, and I did not believe people when they're like, hey, when you get old, you're gonna know. Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just, we play fast, right? We're gonna be quick. We're a run and gun, we're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast, but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations. A lot of people that you haven't played with before, so you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
The veterans' commitment goes beyond just standing guard over Indiana's star rookie. During training camp interviews, she emphasized creating an environment where mutual support becomes second nature. It's important that we know and love each other. Off the court, Cunningham explained, because that naturally translates to on-court chemistry and a willingness to fight for each other. This philosophy reveals a deeper strategy. She's not just protecting Clark, she's fostering a culture where every player feels secure.
What's that chemistry building process been like, especially off the court?
Yeah.
Since you guys are all now in market.
I don't even want to sound like this, but it's been easy. It's been easy because you have really, really great people here that want to be a part of something special. And so they're not only phenomenal athletes, but they're phenomenal people. They're out in the community. They do what's right. I don't know. We're just good stewards. And so when you're around those types of people, it's refreshing. And when I say this, I'm truly happy to be here because it hasn't been like this for my career in a really long time.
When reporters pressed her specifically about the physical treatment Clark endured during her rookie season, Cunningham didn't mince words. That's not basketball. She stated firmly, "That's not going to happen on my watch." The directness of her response left no room for interpretation. The days of using excessive physicality as a strategy against the Fever's franchise player were over.
Time you play with the GOAT of our team, or the GOAT of our game, you're going to learn a lot. You have to be ready for the ball, head on a swivel at all times. And the way that she throws balls, a lot how DT threw it. I think this is just the younger version of her, so she has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. I miss DT in her prime, but doesn't mean she wasn't great when I played with her. But honestly, at the end of the day, everybody can shoot, right? If you're cutting and you're open, you're going to get the ball. And so you just have to be ready for that. And I'm excited for that. And I think you'll see 1 through 5 is interchangeable.